Hi guys, this is Avinash Sharma, and in this session we will discuss the difference between the calendar and the calendar auto. So first of all, we'll check with the calendar. In calendar, there are two parameters. We have to supply the two dates, start date and the end date. This calendar generates the range of the date in contiguous set. So as you can see, in the example, there is a format. Syntax calendar, then we have the value 2021 against second value end date. But we are using the date function. Why? Because this is the just simple text, and this calendar requires the value in date formats. So that's why we are converting this simple text in date type using the date function. While supplying the parameters start date end date, you have to make sure that end date is bigger than the start date. We can check this sample to understand the calendar. So in the example, we supplied two parameters, then 2021 month is first, then date also first. In second parameter, year is the same, month is the same first, but the date is the 15. So if you execute this one, then we get this result, because this calendar generates the range from start to end date in contiguous set. So start date is the 1/1/21 and the last one is the 15/1/21. So this is the last one. And this is the format: year, month and date, and we are converting this text into date using the date function. Now we will check calendar in the practical. So as I told you, the return type of the calendar is the table. So new table. Now calendar, then it requires two parameters: start date and date. So in this formula, we have taken the start date and from end date. Year and month is the same, but the date is different from 1 to 15. So, and we have this result. The first date is the 1/1 and last one is the 15/1. So this is how the calendar function works. Now we talk about the calendar auto. This is very similar to the calendar. It also generates the date range in contiguous set, but it does it in a different way. The calendar auto scan your data model and try to find the date type column. If it is there, then it will pick up the minimum date and maximum date from that column. And on the basis of that minimum and the maximum column, it will generate the date range in contiguous cell. This is the difference between the calendar and calendar auto. In calendar, we need to supply two parameters, that is the start date and date. But in case of the calendar auto, it requires only one parameter, and that is the optional. That is the fiscal year and month. Suppose if you skip this parameter, if you do not mention the parameter, or that parameter if you mention must be in an integer value. So the date range will start from the minimum value to maximum value in the calendar table. And if you mention the say some value, some integer value, suppose you want to start your fiscal year from March or April, then you have to mention the some number 3 or 4. In that case, it will start from that number to 12 by default. How the calendar auto works, we can check with this diagram. In this diagram, we have a date, and we are assuming these dates are the part of your data model. So first date is the 1st June 14, second 1st July 15, and then 1st February 16. So first one is the minimum date and the last one is the maximum date. So when you execute this calendar auto will scan this date type column and will pick the minimum and maximum date. So first one and the last one, and will generate the 1095, or it could be 1096 entries or days. How? Because in calendar auto we skip the parameters. We do not mention the fiscal year here, fiscal year month here. So it will generate the entry minimum value from the calendar date. So the first is it will start from the January for the 14, for 1st January to 31st December for the this 14 year. For second one, 1st January to again 31st December 15 year. For the third one, again 1st January to 31st December, then year is the 16. So 365 days for each year. So total is the 1095, or it could be 1096. Now we check the calendar auto with the parameters. So suppose I mention the parameter 3, fiscal year and month, integer value. So in this case, the minimum is the June 2014. So fiscal year would be the from 1st April 14, and the last date would be the 31st March 2016. And the range for the 15, it would be the whole range for the 365 days. So we can see in the first, it will create the form from 1st April to 2014, then 31st December. The days is the 275 for 15, 365 days, and the last year 16, where the financial year ends, then 91 days from 1st January to 31st March. It's a 91 days, and total days it's a 731. So this is how calendar auto with parameter works. So in this scenario, the minimum date is the 1st June 2014. If we supply the 7, that is the July, so it should start from the August. But if you do that one for these dates, then this is the result. It will take the previous year, that is the 2013. But 2013 is not part of our data model for the calendar date. So why this is there? Because when you mention the 7, so we are assuming that the range will start from the August. And if we do that, then we are skipping this minimum value, June, because June comes before the August. So we are skipping the June. This is a minimum value that is already decided by the Power BI. So the Power BI will create one more year, one more previous year, and then will decide the financial year in that year. So 13, and now it will start creating the range from the 1st August 13 to 31st December 13. Then for the 14, the whole range, the whole year. For the 15, the whole year. And the 16, it is the 31st July. Now we check the calendar auto with the practical. So first of all, we check the date that is in our model. So 1st June 14, 1st July 15, and then 1st February 16. Okay, so we know the calendar auto returns the table data in table format. So new table, and then simple calendar auto. So we are using the calendar auto without any parameter. So this has taken the date from the calendar table from the 1st January 14, and last date is the 31st December 16. Okay, if I supply the parameter, then so 1st January, then April, and 2014, and the last date descending, last date is the 31st March 16. Okay, now if I supply, and also you can see the count of rows, 731. Okay, if I supply say 7, then 1st August 2013. The reason already we discussed. And the date now, last date is the 31st July and 2016. And the total entry is the 1096. So this is how calendar auto function works. So guys, this was all about the difference between the calendar and calendar auto. I hope you understood everything. Thanks for watching the video.